So the project involves how people interact with place, and so first question is, why did you come to the Memorial Union today?
I like to come here just to relax. I've been working a lot lately. It's been very stressful, and it's just a place I can come and just chill out after a long day. I've done it since like freshman year, and it's just always been my spot to unwind.
Okay, so what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior? Okay. So how often do you come here?
I'd say about once a week, usually, depending on how stressful my week has been.
Okay. What do you usually do when you come here?
I usually, sometimes I'll bring my laptop, listen to some music. Usually I'll come with friends and we'll chill out. My favorite thing to do when it's warmer and not so windy, I like to bring my hookah a lot. And then just socialize with people mostly. Maybe grab some food.
So would you say you do social things more than like studying?
Yeah, I feel like it's just easier to socialize than study there because there's usually a lot of people, it's really loud, and I'm easily distracted by all of the things that are usually going on, so I'll meet up with some friends and just hang out there.
Do you ever eat at any of the places? Is there a place that you like best?
I definitely like to eat at the Rothskeller. The cheese curds are my favorite thing ever there. It reminds me of home mostly. It's very, very Germanic there, and I guess up home is very Germanic. The food that I have there is just it's almost nostalgic to me.
Where are you from?
I'm from Marathon, like 3 hours north of here, so out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Have you ever gone to a concert at the Memorial Union? Because I know sometimes they hold some of those there.
Actually, yeah. My freshman year, I went to quite a few. They had a Rave on the Lake, it was called. I went with a bunch of friends, and we went and just raged for a couple hours, just dancing on the terrace. Had some fun.
Okay, all right. Do you remember the first time you ever went to the Memorial Union at the terrace?
Yeah, it was the beginning of my freshman year. That's when I started the whole hookah thing there, and went with some friends and lit it up, and a bunch of people joined us. I met a bunch of people that day. They just came and were like, "Oh, hey, I see you're doing this. Can we join you?" And we're just like, yeah, and I've actually kept in touch with them since then. So
okay.
It's a good place to meet people. There's a very wide variety of people that go there, and there's somebody for everybody, I guess.
Would you say that that's your favorite memory?
Yeah, I would say so, just because that's when that was one of my big first Madison experiences, coming from a little town and going to a place like this. It was just it's very eye-opening, the diversity that's there. It just showed me like what Madison is like and what my experience could be for the next couple of years.
Would you say it's like a spot that like everybody should go to throughout their experience at Madison?
Definitely. I feel that's a very quintessential part of going to UW-Madison. It's I don't know, a lot of students go there, they like study, and I feel like it's definitely something everybody should experience quite often.
Okay. So do you live close by? Like, how close do you live to it? Does that like determine if you go there versus somewhere closer, like another union? Or
I mean, it's if I lived closer, I would definitely go there more often. It's like a 20-minute walk from where I am, so I definitely like to make the trek once a week. But if it was closer, I'd probably go there more often. So it's definitely a factor. But just I like to go there just for. It's much more scenic than other places on campus, and I feel it's worth it for that. And it brings back memories from previous years. So it's a nice place to go, so I feel like it's worth it.
Okay, so what would you say is your like definition of an attractive place, and how does the Union fit that definition?
A big part of that, I think, is the scenery. Like, you got the lake there, you got all the trees, so it's like in nature, but you can still see like the city part of Madison. Like, you see the skyline and the Capitol, especially at night. It's really pretty. Plus, it's got like the lakeshore path right there, which is always. I went there a lot during freshman year and just walked there with friends. So that's another big part of it. Just being out in the being in nature in the middle of a city is a nice escape.
Do you think that after you graduate and later on in life that you'd come back here?
Oh, definitely. I think it'll bring back a lot of memories for me, a lot of good ones. I don't think I've ever really had a bad experience at the terrace. So when I have like a family, I'll want to bring them here just to show them kind of what my experience was. So I'm hoping that it stays kind of the same, you know, and I can show them what experiences I've had, and like I hope they can get the same feeling from it that I did.
What would you say is your favorite part about the Union or the terrace?
Definitely just being right next to the water. I like going at the picnic tables, like I said, bringing my hookah there and just chilling out next to the water. Like, the waves are very soothing to me. I've always liked being around water, like lakes especially.
Is there anything that you would change about the Union? Like, is the construction kind of a problem now, or is there something else that bothers you?
The construction is definitely a hindrance. Like, it's a hindrance, and it takes away from its beauty, but I feel like it's still a great place. But one thing I would change is it's really hard to find seating when there's a lot of people there, especially when it gets nice out. It's just so packed, and I like to go with groups of people because I socialize there, and it's hard to find a seat sometimes. So, I mean, maybe not necessarily an expansion, but just like adding more tables and seating to it would definitely help.
Okay. Do you ever consider cost when considering going there or the library? Like, if you're going to eat there or eat somewhere else, just because of the...
I mean, it's definitely a consideration. I wouldn't go there every day just because, like, the food there is a little more pricey than some other places I could go. But since I only go there, like, once a week, it's not a huge deal. And I feel like it's worth it just for the scenery and camaraderie there.
Would you say that it, like, has a significant meaning to you?
Definitely. It was a big part of my freshman year, and that was probably my favorite year of college so far. It basically introduced me to the Madison experience, and it was a very big part of it, so it's very meaningful to me to be able to go back there and just get all those nostalgic feelings.
Do you have anything?
Nope. Not really. The other one's like 8 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think so. I mean, if we have the stuff, why should we just be like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
not a problem.